An hour is taken out of my paycheck for lunch, but I never get to actually clock out and eat. Hello fellow grunts. I currently work at an airport doing baggage full-time, which consists of 13-hour days, 3 days a week. I have been with the company about a year now, and they always take an hour out of your paycheck, 30 minutes if shift is under 6 hours, but they never let you clock out and actually take the hour break. We have small miniature breaks in between planes, and sometimes these can last a while if a plane gets delayed. They say that is our hour break even though we are still on the clock, and it is split up in smaller portions. Is this allowed? I used to just kind of ignore it because no one ever said anything, and I didn't want to be the person to speak up and be targeted for it. But our company is piling a ton of more work on us with no compensation except the periodic cookout. Yay, and I'm starting to feel like my work is being taken advantage of more than I originally thought. Any experience or advice is greatly appreciated. I don't want to make waves, but it's getting a little too hot to stay out of the pool. It's not really a break if you're still expected to be there and available on your terms. I'd be anonymously chatting to your local Labour authority for better guidance. In the UK, that would appear to be wage theft. I can't speak for the rest of the world or America for that matter, but in California that is 100% illegal. You must be given a lunch and you are required to stop working and take that lunch. If they haven't been allowing you to take a lunch, then they owe you an hour of pay for every missed lunch and probably some other DOL violations as well. Contact your state Department of Labor. If your state mandates lunch breaks that aren't being taken, that's a huge violation. And if they're taking time out for lunch breaks that they aren't allowing you to use, that's a massive wage claim, probably across the entire department. This is stealing, plain and simple. How would the company react if you clocked in an hour early and did no work? Same idea. This sounds like wage theft and is possibly in violation of state or local labor laws. Your state likely has a Department of Labor or something equivalent that should have some resources. Make sure the company loses 2x the amount they steal from you. And another 2x for the lesson. Federal laws require all companies post this info in an accessible open place. Check our room or office or break room. That's BC, you are waiting for permission. Don't do that. They don't come and ask you if it's convenient for them to take that hour off your check, do they? Didn't think so. Take your break, and make it a break. Don't do anything for that hour. If you are supposed to clock out for lunch, but never do, but then they take an hour out for lunch, aren't they misrepresenting your clocked hours? It's wage theft and you need to report it. Stop working for free. We need to shout this from the rooftops. If this is true, you have got some great ammo. Department of Labor will absolutely light them up. Best part is a likely outcome is some hefty back wages, granted that is years down the road, but still. Also, pray they fire you for bringing the topic to light so you can take that to court too. Research labor laws and Department of Labor reporting info. Good luck. This is definitely wage theft. If in the US, contact the Department of Labor for your state. Wage theft is taken seriously. Downtime is not mini breaks, and it's not your lunch break spread across your entire shift. Downtime is hurry up and wait. You can't really get involved with anything because as soon as there's work you need to hop to it. Downtime is on the clock because you can't say I'll get to that when my break is over. So either your job needs to let you actually clock out and do whatever you want for an hour, or they need to pay you for the full 13 hours. What they are doing currently is wage theft and denying you the break they are obligated to give you. Even in Cherry Red, Utah, that is illegal. Clearly it's wage theft and a violation of federal labor laws, if in the US. That is wage theft. Report it. You'll get your hours back paid and more in a settlement. That airport is going to lose a lot of money. Talk to an employment lawyer. You're about to come into a large sum of money. Contact your state's labor department. Worked as a union baggage handler for a while, scheduled 8:30 with 30 unpaid for lunch. If you did not have a 30-minute break between certain hours, you were paid 30 minutes of overtime instead. Wasn't hard to prove, and the supervisors usually already knew, so as long as they signed off on it you got it. If you didn't, you could grieve it for free through union reps. So yeah, unions are a good thing. Not a solution, but just an observation on the difference between having a CBA and not. Hope you get some recourse for this, because this is definitely wage theft. I used to work the same job, but we got a full hour break every day that we clocked out for and didn't work during. That sounds highly illegal. In Arizona you aren't entitled to breaks nor lunch, but they can't have you working off the clock, period, even here. Congratulations on your wage theft lawsuit. Depending what state you're in, I think CA, NY, and Delaware, this might also be a felony on your employer's part. You worked those hours for free. Good deal for your boss. Take action immediately. This is not okay. First, send them email letter with what you found out and that you want those hours paid back to you, and from now on you want that hour break. Otherwise you are going to take legal action. Might be smart to do this with all your workmates together. Otherwise you might get fired and they will keep in doing this shat. Good luck. You're about to get paid, my friend. Either take your lunch or get a new job. If you let them keep this status quo, then you are consenting to this bad behavior. Technically it's illegal, but that just means it's legal for a fee. Keep track of everything, because if they are willing to take your lunch, they are willing to steal from you, and much worse. I'd be finding reasons to leave for the lunch hour. I go home for lunch, but I'm lucky to live 5 minutes away from the university I work at. That's called wage theft, and it's a serious crime. In CA here, totally illegal. I have been a part of so many class action lawsuits due to hour tampering and missed lunches from companies. That is called wage theft. Call a lawyer. Megaphone, take your lunch. Go to HR and ask to see a policy. If you have been getting screwed, file a complaint with HR and the labor board. Sounds like they're breaking federal labor law. Document it, record it, make sure you get them saying you can't actually clock out, and take uninterrupted contact literally any labor attorney. Here in Florida, John Morgan has an entire division of lawyers that go after minutes of unpaid time, because the penalties are so lucrative. You will get less of the settlement with going with a big firm like that though, but labor law is extremely clear. You have to be given a break and it cannot be interrupted by any work duties. Not all states in the US require a job to get a break, since there are no federal guidelines. But, there is a requirement that all unpaid breaks be duty-free, which means no on-call, no waiting with a key, no paperwork, etc. They are 100 committing wage theft, and you should contact a labor attorney. If the job does this for everyone, you even have a class action lawsuit if you get others to report as well. The duty-free part is federal. No job can legally break it. You are giving them an hour of free, they not letting you take your break, or are you so busy you choose to work through your break? If they aren't letting them in, like others said, Department of, if it's you choosing to not taking your full break, give them free labor. I get a paid hour lunch break where I get to physically leave the building. Time for a new job, homie. Where I'm from, not America, 13 hours shifts are illegal. Docking pay is illegal, and not having a dedicated break with a shift longer than 5 hours I think is also banned. Go unionize with your coworkers. You're working at some dystopian AF place. That is wage theft. US Department of Labor. My company takes 30 minutes out regardless if I take a lunch or not, so I take a lunch regardless of whether they want me to or not. 30 minutes minimum. This is wage theft. Call your local Department of Labor and file a report ASAP. Chat to your colleagues and try to organize between yourselves, that just start taking your 1 hour break. Read your contract of employment. If they are docking 1 hour's pay for a lunch break, it is probably in your contract somewhere. You must have shitty ass paycor going for you. I hate that company so much. Get unionized. End all this bullshit.